Now back in stock, Windows 10 Pro retail versions, so not OEM versions. Get your license key now today, $12.50 only. So check out the link in the video description if you want to purchase one. Hello and welcome to a new Star Citizen video. For me, definitely one of the best looking games still out there. And I'm going to just do some random exploring on this planet over there on Microtech. Which is a new planet still, of course. And during these lockdown times in the corona crisis, I was wondering how you guys are doing. Maybe you have to sit at home and you're bored. So I will be able to entertain you with a video like this, where I'm just going to randomly explore. And maybe if you don't have a strong enough computer to fly around yourself, well, then you can watch this showcase. Also, I set my resolution on 1080p, so the frame rates are better than on 1440p, and I think a lot of you guys will be watching these videos on mobile devices anyway, and YouTube will probably scale it down to 1080p anyway on a mobile device, or probably a lot of you guys have 1080p monitors, so in that case, I think 1080p is a really good resolution to show this off, because it saves a lot of frame rate. So, yeah, I'm really wondering how you guys are doing. Please leave a comment in the comment section where you live, what the measures of your country are, and yeah, if you have to stay locked down at this moment or not. I myself, I live in the Netherlands. We are in soft lockdown, if you can name it like that. That means schools are closed. A lot of public stores are closed, except for supermarkets and pharmacies and shops like that. But for the rest, yeah, everything is closed till at least the end of April, but probably a lot longer, because this is definitely a crisis which will not be solved within a month or two, I'm afraid. So, yeah, since we all have to just sit home, it's a great time to play video games, and I'm going to play Star Citizen today with a random flight to Microtech. I know there's a lot of other stuff to do, but I just really love the exploring in space, you know, just be out there, and yeah, I really find that very relaxing and very cool that you're able to fly to planets, which if you watch my Star Citizen videos, you probably know that I really like that stuff. I'm going to fly today with my Drake Cutlass Black, because it's quite a nice ship, it's quite large as well, and I'm able to do stuff while I have to wait during flying and stuff like that. So I would say a little bit of a different ship than always the Origin 350R, which is a very fast ship, but yeah, you know, sometimes I want to use one of my other ships. So this one is in Pad 03, so I would say let's go to Pad 03. Let's call the elevator. And let's go to Pad 03 to find the Drake Cutlass Black. And yeah, I have actually three racer ships, and the Origin M50 I'm using a lot. My most used ship is the 350R, because it has a small room to walk in with a bed as well, toilet actually, but it is still a super fast and maneuverable ship. But I fly it so much that I usually forget about my other ships, and in this case the Origin 350R, the Drake Cutlass Black, there it is. It's quite a larger ship, and yeah, you actually have a little bit of space to walk in that ship, so that's pretty nice. So what I really like about this new planet Microtech, well, we are here at this new space station, which is looking over the planet of Microtech, and I think it's here somewhere. I think it's there. Well, the star, yeah, here it is. The star of Stanton is, of course, shining on Microtech. What I think is really cool is that this station is actually looking out over the planet directly. So if you, what I do remember from CitizenCon is that on the city of Microtech, New Babbage, you were able to rent a room, so an hotel room, and well, if you wake up, so if you re-log in and wake up, you're actually able to look outside of a window through the snowstorms or whatever weather condition you have on that planet, which is really cool. So the thing is, we're still, from what I remember, at patch 3.8.2, and patch 3.9 would introduce New Babbage, the city. And with introduce, I mean you are able to walk there, so to visit everything there. But We still don't have patch 3.9, and I'm not really sure why, because it was planned for Q1 2020, and I think Q1 is about to end in April, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened, or maybe I did miss some info. If you know that, please let me know. I'm pretty curious about that. But anyway, New Babbage is visitable, but you are not able to land inside that city. And I think it's actually right over there. I mean, it's so huge. Let's see, am I able to zoom in? Is that maybe a city? I don't really know. But so yeah, I think we're going to do some random exploring, because there's a lot of to explore in this icy planet of Microtech. And I would suggest we start flying, because it's actually quite a long flight to it. So the Drake Cutlass Black, quite a larger ship than my Origin 350R. So yeah, I would say let's jump into it. So this is always the way I have to enter it. Not sure if this is the official way, but I usually enter it with this rear door. So I close it. Alrighty, and now let's power on, so all the lights here turn on as well. So I do have a gunner seat here in the ship, and I do have 2 beds. So I think officially it's a 2-man ship for a pilot and a co-pilot, maybe, or a pilot and a gunner, or maybe during combat the co-pilot can, yeah, you know, get off his chair and get to the gunship. The only thing it's quite slower, of course, than a race ships, but I don't really like the way of entering or exiting a ship, because it's very vulnerable to pirates. Because it means if I would like enter my ship, you know, and I would start closing it and start running away, any pirate could have entered my ship right behind me and just, you know, do all kind of nasty things while I'm closing the door. So a more personal entry door would have been nicer to the ship. But anyway, enough talk about this ship while we are here. I would say let's start flying. Okay, let's turn on the flight ready button. Where is it? And this thing, here it is.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft.
Alright.
Your system.
As you can see here, it's quite a huge landing gear, so let's pull that in. Alright.
Landing gear up.
Alright, and now let's just fly towards. Need to be a little bit careful that we're not flying through anything of the space station. And okay, what I like the most about this is just randomly flying towards anywhere on this planet on Microtech. So to give you a little bit of an example how huge a planet is, look at that size. We're talking about planets in Star Citizen always. Yeah, so we do have the size of a galaxy, of a planet. And not to forget, the single-player version, Squadron 42, is about to be released this year. It's still planned for a beta in Q3, if I'm not mistaken, and a release in Q4. And I really hope they will achieve it. But anyway, we'll probably be busy with Cyberpunk in September. I think it was about to be released. So let's see if this actually has... Okay, look. New Babbage has now... sorry, Microtech has now point of interest, it seems. Or are these just OM points around the planet? I'm afraid it are OM points. Yeah, so... Let's see. That means we need to manually fly towards the planet of Microtech, which is not too bad. That's also fun. The only other thing is that we can directly fly to New Babbage, but, you know, that's nice, but I don't think as nice as randomly flying to a planet. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's fly to the planet. And as I said before, the Cutlass Black is a little bit more heavier and bulkier. I'm also not really sure why the power is going slow. The in comparison, the Origin 350R almost has immediate full speed. I think it has to do something with the engines, because one of the patches a while ago they did change these engines. I think that they need to be deployed, but not really sure about that. But anyway, we're moving towards the planet, which is okay. But I need a little bit more power. Not really sure why it is powering down actually. So let's see if that's able to activate here somewhere. Power is good. Maybe there's a button here somewhere which allows me to... engines are on, I suppose they are. But it's very slow. I don't know really why that is. I think it has to do with the engines. Oh, the autopilot was off. That explains a lot. But the engines are still not deployed, which is... I'm not sure if that's a graphical error or not. But anyway, now we're going full speed ahead, so that's good. You already see the surface of the planet approaching. And on Microtech, we can have any kind of weather. So snowy weather, blizzards, clear weather if we're lucky. But let's find it out. And since the ship is a lot more heavier and bulkier, I have to be careful that I'm not crash into the mountains full speed ahead. So let's see. We're able to going to do that. Here's already the surface of the planet. Alright. And the ship is now slowing down because I think we're entering atmosphere. Yeah, this ship can do pretty well in combat. So, alright. We can start maneuvering a little bit already. But let's just fly towards the mountains here. It looks like mountains. So here we are approaching. And this is what I like about Star Citizen. It's just, you know, to relax, fly around in space. I find that really, really cool. And yeah, just exploring, relaxing, you know. So that's what we're going to do here in this video. So the ship is quite slow. Not really sure why that is. I knew it was possible to activate the engines when we're flying in light speed, in quantum speed. But it's a little bit too late for that because we already entered the surface of the planet of Microtech. What I can do maybe is, let's see, let's Google it while I am flying. So let's see if that answer actually exists. Deploying Drake Cutlass Black engines. Okay, first topic I see is Cutlass Black engine rotation issue. Alright, one moment, I'll try to check this out. Okay, it just appears to be a bug, graphical bug or something. Okay, that's alright. I mean, look at the detail already of these mountains. It looks very, very cool in my opinion. Also, I love to just sometimes go to third-person view, you know, and just check out the view we have. And we have landed in Microtech, but you definitely notice that the ship is a lot slower than the 350R. And we do have some trees here, it seems. So maybe we can try to land here somewhere.
Landing gear down.
Alrighty, let's find a nice spot. And what I like, and I probably say this in all Star Citizen videos, but what I really like is that you can fly anywhere in space, you know, here in Star Citizen. But also you can land anywhere on the planet, and if you would turn off all power, all communication, there would be nobody ever who would be able to find you. I mean, that's so cool what I think about this game. You can just go somewhere and nobody ever will find you, and you can just chill there yourself, you know. It seems we have some snow, not too bad. Not a blizzard, so we should be still safe to land here somewhere. Not sure if this is stable enough for us to land. Maybe not, maybe we should find a spot over here somewhere. Let's see, maybe we can land here on the top of this mountain. That would be pretty cool. Let's see how the Drake Cutlass Black handles that. Okay, I miss my my crosshair. Trying to figure out again how to activate that. Never mind, it's okay. Let's see. I locked my ship here. So can we land somewhere on this mountain? What do you think, guys? Would that be safe? Let's just do it. Alright. I'm not really sure how this is going to handle. Okay. Already did exit ship, it seems. Oh yeah, I pressed the hotkey to leave ship. But are we okay? I don't think so. The ship is moving, right? Yeah, the ship is moving, so... let's find another landing spot. We don't want to get lost out of here. Let's fly to that larger mountain over there. Landing gear still down? Or not? Now it is. Okay. So let's go to that mountain. Let's see if we're able to land there. And if you're still watching the video to this point, what's always funny is to type in a random comment in the comment section. And the comment for this time would be, let's think of something random. If you're still watching at this point, type in the comment section, snow tickles my nose. So if you're still watching, type in the comment section, snow tickles my nose. So then I can see who watched it all the way, I can see who watched it till this point, so that's always pretty funny. And here we are at this larger mountain, so let's see if we're able to land here. And let's slow down the speed a little bit. Yeah, it's a good speed. Okay. Alright. Let's lock it up. And let's try to land here. Looks good, right? Okay, let's see what happens if we turn off power now. Power off. Usually that means all stabilization systems will shut down, and you could see if the ship was in an unstable position, it would like slide off this mountain. But it looks good, looks stable, it looks like the landing gear did its job pretty well. Alright, so that means we are here. So what's pretty cool is if you would like to roleplay a little bit, I mean, I'm not really sure why, oh, never mind. You could like really sleep here in this one of these two beds, so that's pretty funny. But also, I'm not sure if this works, the mounted gunner, because I shut down the power of my ship. So, wow, look at that view, how cool that is. So let's see, can we power it on? Yes, okay.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft.
No, it doesn't work because probably the power of the ship is off. But wow, what a view. So I'm pretty curious how that looks when we are outside. It actually feels pretty cool. That's so really cool about it. Look at this view. So let's get out of the ship. Hello, door. Will you open for me, please? Thank you. Well, let's see what this is going to bring us. All right, not too bad. We landed pretty well, I think. Now look at this view. Really, really wonderful. That's actually screenshot material, you know. It's just, wow, look at this. Isn't that an amazing shot? So we can just, like, you know, enjoy the view like this. Really, really, really awesome. So that's why I like about these random flights towards the planet, because you have these amazing views, and I think this might be one of the highest points of this planet. Let's see if we're able to create a better screenshot without falling off. So print screen. Maybe I'm going to use one of these thumbnails for sorry, to use a couple of screenshots as a thumbnail for this video. Look at that, all the way in the distance, those mountains. That's what I really, really like, because I can remember, you know, back at years ago, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago, when an Amiga 500, some games you were able to see mountains in the distance, and I always imagined myself as a kid, how cool would it be if you would actually be able to drive or fly towards that area in the distance. But of course, it was just a background which they used for the game. But in Star Citizen, you can literally go anywhere you are able to see. So if we want to go there, we can go there. And that's what I think is really, really cool. But wow, what a nice spot. There's no blizzard here, so that looks good. I think over... Let's try not to fall off. I think over there's an ocean. So this is really, really cool that you're just able to go anywhere you like. Definitely something I love about this game. So, yeah, what about Star Citizen? I mean, what do I think about the... I mean, it's almost difficult to talk about, but a release date. I mean, of course, a lot of people will joke about this game will never be released. What I've seen at CitizenCon last year is that they had this new procedural planets technique version 4, and they finally introduced a new star system. So this is star system of Stanton. Let me show you that. Okay, not really sure what's going on. Oh, okay, it's bugged for some reason. But anyway, this is the star system of Stanton, and they finally showed a fantastic demo how the new way to enter a different star system will be with a wormhole. They showed that, and with the procedural planets technique, I really, really do hope they're able to create planets a lot faster now. It's because we need more galaxies, more star systems. I mean, with more planets, more moons, and these terrains need to be procedural generated. And even if that works fast enough, of course, they still have to be populated. The final game needs to have missions implemented. Cities need to be built, and this is, of course, going to take a lot of time. If it needs to be filled with cities, NPCs, mission givers, and on top of all that insanely much work, there are going to be also an insanely amount of bugs which need to be killed, and that for me almost seems mission impossible. You know, what's wrong with my helmet? Oh, I think it's because of the snow. Let's just go inside because it's getting snow here. But you know, that's for me that almost seems like mission impossible. I mean, to be able to control all these bugs and in the game, if you have a game which is that large as Star Citizen, that almost seems impossible for me. Oh boy, am I not able to enter my ship? That would be pretty bad. Let's try to do it anyway. Ah, phew, okay. Let's close the door. So we were able to stay safe a little bit. It's a pretty cool effect, right? In the visor of your helmet, you're able to see these wet spots. So let's just chill here in bed. Or shall we just chill in the cockpit here, in the gunner seat? So yeah, that's my biggest concern in Star Citizen. Even if they're able to pull this off with all new galaxies, planets, star systems, you will have an insane amount of bugs and testing, and it's, for me, it almost seems impossible if they're going to release even 3 star systems with planets, cities, moons, because that's what I think they need to have in order to launch this. And what I mean with that is, if they really want to launch it, you know, as a starting game, so as a game with the basic content, that should be 3 star systems with planets and moons, and at least 2 major cities per star system. And then, you know, I think we're talking about at least 2 years more from now before that's being able to release, but I think even more. So realistically said, I think I predicted a release date for 2022 last year, but I think it's more like 23, 24. But I think with the new techniques, it can be released within 5 years. That's what I think. But that still is very long. I mean, in 5 years, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X have already released top-notch games, next-generation games. Also, the Elder Scrolls 6 and is probably released by then. And also, what is that other game from Bethesda? Starfield. Really curious what they are releasing for a space game, but I highly doubt it will be the scale of Star Citizen. That's almost impossible, I would say. I mean, if you see with how many guys they worked on this and all the research and all that stuff, it's pretty hard to imagine that Cyberpunk or Starfield have the skill of Star Citizen. That's, you know, it's really, yeah, I can't really, it's hard to believe they were able to pull that trick. So, but we're going to see end of the year. At least we will have Squadron 42, the single player version, and we will have Cyberpunk. So really good year for me personally. Also, probably one of the best game years for me personally, because to be honest, I don't have much time nowadays to play games, but also most games, new games, don't really hold my attention anymore. So I'm very specific when it comes to playing games, but mostly when I play a game, I do it with the intention of modding. So that's why an example, Red Dead Redemption 2, I play a lot, but I don't really play it. I just explore the world so I can create showcases. But I'm really looking forward to Squadron 42 for Cyberpunk. Also, the now released Half-Life Alyx in VR, but I still need to buy a new headset for it. But yeah, everything is sold out, of course, at this point. And Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, I'm a huge Baldur's Gate fan. I played Baldur's Gate, the original one, but I really played the sequel, Baldur's Gate 2 and Throne of Baal. Yeah, I mean, so much, and it really meant a lot to me in those 2 games, Baldur's Gate 2 and Baldur's Gate 2 Throne of Baal. I really spent my childhood with those games. So really looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3. So a very good year for me personally. But till that time, I love to mess around in games, create showcases still, and sometimes now and then, as you can see, love to mess around in Star Citizen, the alpha, and I really have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, even while it's still an alpha and it still has bugs and it's still unpolished in a lot of ways, it still has not super good performance, to be honest. It can be done a lot better still, but at least there's progress. Especially, I think, if you look over the last 2 years since I did start the alpha, yeah, you know, they made an insane amount of progress, especially with entering and exiting planets. That's the thing which stands out the most for me, because normally you could definitely see the pop-up when you're entering a planet, and for me that's now almost not noticeable anymore. So yeah, you know, I hope it's going to be. Yeah, to be honest, I have no idea when they are going to release it. I really do hope. What I wanted to say is that they will release Squadron 42 this year, but I would not be surprised if they would make the release date 2021. To be honest, I think that's even more realistic to think with the history of CGI studios. So we're going to see that. For now, I'm going to fly off this planet, as you can see here. And there's this the space station, so that's pretty cool. We're able to see that already. And let's have one more look at the planet of Microtech, which just looks absolutely amazing. Look at this. Wow. Fantastic. Let me try to get my ship out of the way so I can create screenshots, because I'm a screenshot hunter. Amazing. So let's see, are we able to maybe safely land on the R&R station? Port Tesla, what is it? Tressler? Port Tressler. So are we able to, we're able to activate quantum travel, so that means we are able to travel fast towards the, let's see. Now we have to exit the atmosphere first. We're still in atmosphere, it seems. Are we really? Oh, there is almost zero speed. That's why it takes so long. Not really sure about this ship. By the way, the Drake Cuttle's black. If anyone knows about the engines, why they're not rotating, please let me know. But we're going to find out if they're now expanding, collapsing. If I quantum travel to... yes, we are now able to quantum travel. So let's find it out. Yeah, as you can see, the engines have now deployed, so it works with quantum travel. But not really sure why they are not doing this in normal flight. So let's try to land. Once we are in reach. Also now for some reason, yeah, it starts to slow down a bit. Now it's going full speed ahead because we're out of all atmospheres and it's able to fully activate full speed. I'm waiting for the signal here so we can ask landing permission. Still not here? Okay. Now it is. Okay. Let's ask permission to land and let's slow down because else we're going to crash our ship. Alright. Let's see, where can we land? Over there. Okay. And since we're in space, it means we have no gravity. That means we can like literally fly, anywhere we want and land anywhere we want. But as you can see here we're supposed to land, but this is actually at the other side here at this landing bay. That's because we don't have gravity. Sometimes it can be confusing in space. And that's why you also hear from real astronauts. It's pretty confusing if you don't have an up or down. So. Okay, I think that looks good. Alright. Power off the system. And let's get out of the ship. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. It was not super interesting, except maybe for the landing on the planet, but nevertheless I still hope you liked it, maybe as a distraction if you have to stay in lockdown. And again, let me know in the comment section where you guys are from and how you're handling during this lockdown period in the corona time, if you're actually in a lockdown or not. And I'm going to fly a little bit here with my spacesuit because that's also possible. You don't fall down directly on the planet, only if you are in its gravity, but we're still safe since this huge space station is just floating around. But it is possible to, if you're still in the atmosphere and you would like step out of your ship, you would actually fall down to the planet, and then you're having a real bad day. So that's pretty funny. But anyway, let's just enjoy the view while we're exiting this video. Hope you guys liked it. Stay safe. I wish the best of health to you and your families, and hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. And for the last minute or so, I'm going to shut my mouth and you can enjoy the wonderful view here from Microtech. So take care, guys. Bye bye.